Hi, I'm Sperry Hutchinson from U-Haul. Today I'm going to show you how to install a 2-inch receiver hitch on this Dodge Durango. It's going to allow you to tow up to 6,000 pounds gross trailer weight rating. That's the trailer and all of the cargo inside of it, as well as giving you an option to support any number of hitch accessories, including cargo carriers and bike racks. So let's get started.
You will need the tools seen here to complete this installation.
Okay, to begin, we need to access our mounting points, and on this Durango we have a gas engine, so really all that's standing in the way of that is lowering the spare tire down. If you have a diesel equipped Durango, you're going to need to access the bolts on the passenger side by first lowering the DEF, the diesel exhaust fluid tank. There are 4 13mm bolts and an electrical connection you'll have to unclip. Refer to your instructions if that applies to your Durango. In our case, it does not, so we're going to begin lowering the spare tire by opening this rear cargo compartment, removing our cover to gain access to our spare tire tools, removing the floor mat there. We'll pop this clip, gain access to our cover, and we'll get out our spare tire tools from the pouch here. Why don't we do a little cut while that will be happening. Okay, with our spare tire out of the way, we're going to remove these 2 existing bolts from the driver's side and the same from the passenger side. And I've got a 21mm socket here to undo these bolts. So I'm going to bring the hitch over to the vehicle here. Note that I've got this really cool hitch jack that's holding the hitch for me. If you don't have this at home, it's helpful to have a second person give you a hand when lifting the hitch into place so we can get those bolts installed again. Okay, we've got the hitch in place now, and we've got these vertical mounting flanges where I've got the elongated holes basically lined up with those existing weld nuts, the hard points on our Dodge Durango here. Note that I've got the flange to the inside of this spare tire trim. That'll be important to note as you lift this up into place. So now I'm going to reinstall my bolts just by hand to make sure they get started correctly. And then we'll proceed with tightening those back up. Get my bolts on the passenger side. Again, just started by hand. And then we're going to snug them up with the impact prior to giving them a final torquing with the torque wrench. All right, I've got my torque wrench here set to 115 pound-feet as specified in the instructions. This is, of course, the kind of torque wrench that's going to click as I reach that value. So let's give a final snug to these bolts. Okay, with our bolts torqued, we can reinstall our spare tire, raising it back up into place. Okay, all that's left to do now is just to simply put things back where we got them. So our tire and jack tool storage cover here, our clip here in the middle of our cargo floor, the floor mat, and we'll close our cargo cover and have a look at the hitch in its final position here. It's a 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube. This is going to support any number of ball mount or hitch accessories, cargo carriers, bike racks like we discussed. You've got your hitch pin as well as a second pinhole, great for installing a J-hook, an anti-rattle device, any number of hitch pin locks here, ball mount locks, welded plate style safety chain mounts. Really big hole. You can mount any number of clip or hook or chain system using these. And then a welded tab here, making it easy to mount our supporting trailer light system. And that's it for installing this hitch on your Dodge Durango. Now that we have our hitch on, there's two handy dimensions to know about our hitch on our Dodge Durango. One is the distance from our hitch pin to the rear fascia here. That is 2 3/4 inches. That's going to be helpful to know with cargo carriers and bike racks. The next is that from the ground to the top of the inside of our 2-inch receiver is 13 inches. That's going to help us choose a ball mount that will put the trailer coupler exactly where we want it to be.
To learn more about the products seen in this video, or to schedule an installation by U-Haul Hitch Professional, visit us online today at uhaulhitches.com.